Germany's point of view. Thomas Müller scored 2 of the goals, Kimmich with the other one. Here's Rudiger, who's had such misfortune with injury at various points during his career already. Missed the European Championships last year and the start of last season with a cruise ship problem. They're getting his opportunity to stake his claim for a place in Germany's squad going forward.
Well, it is interesting. On the official sheets, Norway were supposed to be lining up 4-4-2 really, but you have to say Jo Ingeberg has dropped just in and almost making that a 5-man midfield when Norway haven't got the ball. You see there the number 23 just dropping deeper into a midfield area.
Mesut Ozil just stroking that one forward, and the flag has gone up on the near side. Well, certainly if Norway can get the full ball forward and create some opportunities, they've got a player up front who knows where the goal is, haven't they? In
the Republic were able to do that on several occasions last Friday evening, and Norway, I'm sure, will be looking to try and do something similar.
Well, it took an absolutely cracking goal from Vladimir Darida to bring them level against Germany before Hummel's late winner. Yeah, can't help but think Rune Jarstein, the goalkeeper for Norway, will be the busier of the two tonight, but he'll know what he's up against. He plays his football in the Bundesliga with Hertha Berlin. Ball kept in play there beautifully. Here's Werner sniffing around, and it's sent up into the air by Alisami. But Germany almost created something out of seemingly nothing.
Well, Al Abdellaoui was the captain, should have known better.
Here's Ozil. And just a little long and over the top of Thomas Müller's head.
Yeah, well, the one thing you can't do against a team of this calibre is give them a helping hand, and Al Abdellaoui trying to shepherd the ball out a few moments ago didn't get anywhere near seeing the ball out.
He's seen it Cup and the European Championships on a few occasions, and of course last year with Iceland at the Euros.
Remarkable, wasn't it? A remarkable achievement,
including a famous victory over England and ultimately going out in the quarter-finals to the hosts France. But what a memorable effort it was from Iceland, and Lagerbäck tempted out of retirement to take the Norway job early this year.
Well, it's a project, isn't it? It has to be a project. It's a complete and utter rebuild, isn't it? From the dizzying heights that they were at Norway as a national team, they've fallen way below that now, ranked 85th in the world. That is a massive fall from grace, and the Norwegian FA will be very much looking to him to get the ball rolling again.
Here's Kimmich just dinking that one into the box. Jarstein comfortably gets his hands on it. I'm sure I'm right in saying that for a short spell under Egil Olsen in their glory days in the 90s they were. They'll need to batten down the hatches here. Germany looking lively in the opening 6 minutes.
Yeah, they were ahead against the Czech Republic by this time, weren't they? After 4 minutes, was it?
Kroos. He's got Rudy nearby if he needs him. It'll shove in the back there. That'll be a free kick conceded by Joshua King.
This was into the latter category, and we saw the Czech Republic conceded a needless free kick late on in the game last Friday, and from it, we all know what happened. Mats Hummels headed the ball into the net, and they were punished.
Oh, Germany going short this time. Little poke forward there by Draxler. In by Hector. Doesn't reach Müller. Little nudge away by Ole Selnes.
Penalty area where there were plenty of teammates. He picked out Mesut Ozil, who starts this move off, actually, doesn't he? At this point, I think Norway were hoping that there was an offside somewhere in just about here. But, of course, nowhere near being offside. And that is a beautiful pass. And I think, actually, the goalkeeper, Jarstein, he complains because Timo Werner, he is in an offside position and the ball goes past him. So there may be a case.
It's very tight, though, Don, because the fullback on the right-hand side there, I think you could argue was playing him on or was level with Timo Werner.
You see the goalkeeper, Jarstein, he's saying, I can't see. So, interesting. But they haven't got the benefit of the doubt there, Norway. And Germany have got the lead, and it's a tall order now, isn't it? Conceding the first goal.
Yeah, first international goal in 13 months there for Mesut Ozil, and it could get worse for Norway here. Here's Ozil once more, trying to set up one of his teammates here now, and it was a great chance for Kroos that goes over the top of the bar.
It was, wasn't it? They're on the front foot. They really do look hungry this evening, Germany, in contrast to the other evening. Tony Kroos, you felt that Werner was offside and clearly impeding his vision. Very, very tight.
Arsenal's latest performance in the Premier League before the international break when they were thumped at Liverpool, and Germany piling forward once again. This time it's Thomas Müller going for goal.
Well, he had options. Timo Werner had made a real...
Collected here by Josh King. And now it's with Mats Müller-Dali.
Well, that's better. This is what they needed to do. That's what. So even if they're not going anywhere with this possession, just keep the ball.
It's kept there by Harvard Nordtveit, who's back in Germany now after a year with West Ham United that didn't really hire now, having previously been at Gladbach. This is better, more constructive. Norway into Germany's penalty area for the first time here with King. Got some support coming from Ali Sami. Ball hasn't gone out of play here. Battling with Joshua Kimmich.
Well, that was better though, wasn't it? I know it's a goal kick. Much better from Norway. They kept the ball for a little spell, and then when they saw their opportunity, they tried to be attack-minded, tried to get in to Germany's penalty area. It resulted in a cross into the area. Much better.
For Germany's starting 11, including the player on the ball. And
could have gone up, couldn't it? Borderline offside, but Werner finds Ozil, picks him. That's got a lot to do there, but what a wonderful turn that is, and the finish on his weaker left foot, even better. Passes it into the corner and past their helpless Jahrstein. And all of a sudden, Germany, 2 goals to the good. Long way back for Norway from here.
And that from a player who's getting just 5 minutes off the bench for Paris Saint-Germain the last few weeks. What a wonderful goal from Julian Draxler, who scored against San Marino. Back in the
17, 18-year-olds playing in the Champions League for Schalke. Very impressive. He was always destined for big things.
Kimmich. Well, Kimmich, Werner, Rudi and Rudiger, all formerly on Stuttgart's books. 3 others in the squad as well, but they're on the bench. You see Thomas Müller trying to get in on the act, putting real pressure on Jürgen Schellwit. Just played by Mats Müller-Dali over towards the far side, and it comes, and it's just out of reach for Jo Inge Berge. Werner chasing hard. Played just a little too far in front of Selnes. Now Kroos, left by Müller and finished off and put into the back of the net by Timo Werner. And Germany are making short work of Norway here. 3-0, just 20 minutes played. And again, a beautifully worked goal.
That's wonderful football. But Norway guilty of helping Germany. That's a very careless ball by Schellwit into the middle. Gives the ball away and pays the price. Lovely little flick from Thomas Müller and a really well-timed run from Timo Werner. But just enjoy the flick. Müller very aware of where his teammate is, helps it on, and that's a good finish. Gives the goalkeeper no chance, and you really fear the worst for Norway here. This could be an embarrassing evening. You really get that feeling.
Well, he started the season so strongly, Timo Werner. The opening goal the other night, he put that away very confident. He scored twice for RB Leipzig in the second match of the season in the Bundesliga. So making a good impression in this most important of seasons.
Well, we've already pointed out the competition for places in the German national squad is enormous. You cannot afford to let your standards slip because there are several players that are right there ready to take your place.
But they haven't really had anyone in recent times, despite the fact that they've been so good, to really be the focal point of the attack or to lead their attack, have they necessarily? And I know there's a lot of interchanging.
Yeah, they haven't had what you would call a typical striker. I think that's the point you're trying to make, and you're absolutely right. But what they have had is it's become a bit of a modern phenomenon, isn't it? A false number 9, and they've got lots of those kind of players that have got the ability to interchange at pace, passing movement. But yeah, he is more a typical...
He's a real goal scorer.
Goal-scoring striker, yeah.
If he keeps playing like this, he could really ensure that, you know, he's the man going forward and finds his name on the team sheet.
I'd probably say Miroslav Klose was perhaps the last one of those.
Kimmich. The white shirt's almost queuing up around this team to a tough old night for Norway. Way through the match.
Yeah, exactly.
Kroos is directing operations expertly. How about that for a pinpoint pass? Draxler. Kroos. And by Ozil. Blocked by El Abdelawi. Collected here by Mohamed El Yunusi. Well, a moment's rest back then for Norway with a throw-in, albeit deep inside their own half.
Yeah, well, that's El Yunusi. Might have been his first touch with the ball. We spoke about Smolar Dali only having his first touch 3 or 4 minutes ago. You just keep giving the ball away against teams like this. Could be a very long time before you see it again.
Rudiger. So Ozil, Draxler and Werner, the scorers for Germany, all inside the opening 20 minutes of the game. Crowd deciding to amuse themselves with the Mexican wave around the stadium in Stuttgart. But forward comes Birgit now for Norway, just looking to get themselves a little foothold in the game. Certainly let fly there.
Yeah, that's the best moment. Held the ball really well. Inge Birgit evades a couple of challenges, but when you try and hit the ball too hard, that is usually what happens. It rises off the boot.
He plays for Munster and he's been in decent form. He scored in each of his last 3 club games, scored 7 goals in 17 matches in the Svenskan this season. So his confidence is pretty good at the moment. You can tell by the way that he levered up in the general direction of the goal. But now, that familiar team of Germany pushing forward. Kimmich. Stein stays on his line, doesn't reach Draxler. It's just poked away by Sander Berge. There's Sebastian Rudy. He hasn't really had anything to do so far coming into the team. He only played 1 minute in the whole campaign before tonight. Hardly touched the ball because no one's really putting any pressure on. Germany moving the ball around at will.
Feels very much like a training exercise, doesn't it? You've got the left back Hector in the middle there, waiting to get on the end of a cross.
Here's Draxler dinking that one in towards Werner, scooped away by Harvard Nordfight. Draxler. There's something of a party atmosphere inside the Mercedes-Benz Arena. And perhaps no surprise, actually, it's 3-0 up with 20 minutes played. Germany looking so good here. Beautiful play. All that was missing was the finishing touch from Werner.
And that's the thing. They'll keep the ball, they'll pass, they'll probe, they'll pull you out of position, and then one pass can open you up. And they've got in behind Norway again. Needs to get the ball into a good area. Timo Werner, as we look at the skill of Draxler, Timo Werner would have been hoping to do better with that opportunity a moment ago.
Well, he's the businessman in Stuttgart at the moment. Rune Jarstein, the goalkeeper for Norway.
Well, 26 minutes in, they've had 8 attempts at goal, Germany. Hit the target with 5 of them. Scored 3 goals. I mean, that's pretty ruthless.
Ozil. Draxler is having an excellent opening 26 minutes to this game. Kroos, not the only one, of course, in the Germany shirt. Kimmich trying to get round his man Dali. He's done well. He was cut off in the end. Alisami racing across as the ball was played in towards Thomas Muller.
The ball had gone out for a goal kick. Just here. Kimmich's got a little cause. That's where the ball goes out. He's got a little cause for a...
I think Kimmich was fouled.
He was
there.
fouled, yeah. I think the sympathy vote from the assistant referee may have come into play.
But no sooner than Norway clear the ball than it comes straight back towards them. Timo Werner leads it for Thomas Müller. This time the block is made, and it was made by Jürgen Schellwig, and it's away by Haitham Alisami.
Teams of the lower teams can find a way to be competitive, but so far Norway is struggling.
To Jonas Hector, no one there in a white shirt. He would normally expect to find at the other end of the field. Of course, it's all hands on deck here for Norway in this first half. And in the end, Mohamed El Younousi couldn't bring the ball clear. It's back with Germany. Space now for Draxler, trying his luck in the middle of the field. Müller. Rudy. Settling into life with Bayern Munich now, his new club. Ozil. Looking for the run of Hector. Hummels. Swept across field by Toni Kroos. Kimmich. First time, he did really well there actually, but Jahrstein able to get hold of it.
So the confidence flowing through German veins, can't you really? For Joshua Kimmich to put that cross in first time like that. Very difficult skill, and Norway really low on confidence, and you can understand why.
Rudiger with a pass forward to Sebastian Rudy. Those two players coming into the team today, as did Julian Draxler. 3 changes from the Czech Republic, starting 11 on Friday night as Müller heads it goalwards. Scored 4 goals in the opening 2 group games. Thomas Müller dried up a little bit since then, relatively speaking. El Abdellaoui tracked by Hummels. Well, they wanted in an impressive pair there, Hector and Hummels.
Yeah, even though the game has been very, very easy for Germany so far, prepared to do the other side of the game, which is work hard and track back and block crosses and win the ball back for your team. It's been excellent so far.
Joshua Kimmich. 20 matches in a row he's played for Germany now. Jonas Hector. Kroos and Rudy to Kimmich. Then curling the ball into the heart of the penalty area, met right ahead of Schellwig, who plays for Rosenborg. Oh, they're so busy, these Norwegian defenders. They haven't got a minute's peace here. It's, I should imagine the concentration in a match like this is just as hard as the physical effort here. You cannot relax for a moment.
Keep winning the ball back, and then let's see how long they keep it. So they have to try and clear it up the field. And when they're doing that, they're clearing it to a German player. He comes right back, and they're under pressure again. Just like that.
Yeah, Olaselna's right up to the halfway line. That's easy for Mats Hummels. He was certainly in the right place at the right time, wasn't he? 3 minutes from the end the other night, Mats Hummels with that powerful header into the Czech net to secure all 3 points.
That was a wonderful header. They got away with it a little bit, didn't they? You could argue that the Czech Republic deserved a point.
Well, I tell you what, Don, I thought Joachim Löw was very honest afterwards. He said, basically, just to paraphrase it, the result was great, and that was the main thing, but he admitted that they needed a bit of luck to get it. The Czechs had defended well, and that Germany didn't play how they wanted in the final third. I think that sums it up.
I think that absolutely sums it up. And clearly, that message has been received and understood this evening.
Yeah, they've started in the right way in the final third, haven't they? Just the 3 goals in 20 minutes to start this one. I think they were sent out with a flea in their ear.
I think you're probably right.
Here's Hummels into Kroos. Rudy. Rose with a lovely raking, sweeping pass. Jonas Hector into Mesut Ozil. Wins the save.
Like I say, I'm watching this and it just looks like a training exercise. You know, there's no pressure from Norway on the ball. I think the Norwegian players seem scared a little bit as we see the Ozil effort there. They seem a little bit scared to close Germany down and try and pressure the ball for fear that Germany is so good that they'll pick passes through them. But what they're doing in standing off, it's not working. Actually, Lars Lagerbäck, you look at what he did with Iceland. That was a high press, wasn't it? They worked really, really hard to close the opposition down and make it very difficult for them.
Sami Khedira, among those on the bench for Germany tonight. So he hasn't been back at Stuttgart since 2010 when he left. Really looking forward to coming back, but we'll be hoping to get on the pitch at some point this evening. Kroos, Müller. This is Timo Werner. Rudiger up against King. There's Dali.
Very isolated, aren't they, the Norwegian forward players, when they get the ball surrounded, crowded out by Germany.
There's a sloppy piece of play there, which has given the ball back to Mats Dali. Here's Selnes. He's got support from Sanderberg in midfield. Sanderberg is just 19 years of age, plays for Genk in Belgium. That was him rolling the ball forward. Now it's with Josh King. We'll head into the penalty area and rather hope that the cross comes in here now. King waits just inside the box. And Norway have a corner.
Yeah, it's better play. Good play, in fact, from Sanderberg.
Berger, a promising young player. I mentioned he's still a teenager. He went to Belgium at the start of the year from Vålerenga. The third time he started in this qualifying campaign. Good experience from him against a team like this in this sort of arena. Ter Stegen, for the first time, has something to do, albeit relatively straightforward.
Very straightforward.
Of course, he's keeping the gloves warm for Manuel Neuer, who's just coming back from injury at the moment, so no need for Germany to rush him. It's not as if they don't have a whole clutch of very capable goalkeepers, of which Ter Stegen is one. Of course, Barcelona. Started the last three qualifiers now. Ter Stegen. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Sebastian Rudy. Fans doing the Icelandic clap. It'll be the German fans doing that. Given by the amount of noise, there aren't going to be that many Norwegians inside the stadium.
It looked like the referee was going to let that go, but I think the assistant referee has penalised Norway there. Gets a bit of the ball. Masami.
Haitham Al-Assami was the man who was penalised. Kroos there calculating what he wants to do with it. Hummels loves coming up with these sort of situations. It's aimed in his general direction, but met by the head of Skjelvik, who half gets it away, but Josh King there just caught in possession by Julian Draxler. A little too high for Hummels. The angle of the cross as well wouldn't have been easy for him to get any power on it, even if he had met it with his head. Danger still not clear, and it comes once more. Al-Assami away. Again, the clearance goes straight to a German player. That's a recurrent theme of this opening 37.5 minutes or so.
They're barely playing with any forwards. Everybody only get back behind the ball.
Now moving over the halfway line with Mohamed El-Younousi. Berger with a little layoff. And Berger finding El Abdellaoui, who got through with Olympiacos in the Champions League playoff. Beat Rijeka, the Croatian champions. Doesn't quite reach King this time. Chance of a shot on the edge of the box, but it was blocked at the vital moment by Sebastian Rudy, who's come off second best there.
Well, that's one of those, when you block a shot, if you've got any part of your foot open and it hits the foot, it can twist the knee.
I think it was Mohamed El-Younousi who was shooting.
It's more his ankle there.
But Nordvik with the throw. Doesn't quite fall for Selnes. It's away by Tony Kroos to Mesut Ozil. He calculates and rolls that one into Timo Werner. The angle and the weight of pass were good. And suddenly Germany now stride forward purposefully. Müller with the delivery. And the header for number 4 from Timo Werner. His second for goal number 3.
Well, it's a ruthless counter-attack, because this started with a long throw, a Norwegian long throw that was cleared, and Mesut Ozil picks out Werner, who spreads the play. Werner then makes his way into the middle, and just admire the quality of this cross from Thomas Müller. Really whips it in, lots of pace. There's an awful lot for Timo Werner to do to find the back of the net from there, but that is an absolutely magnificent header, I have to say. Hands in the air, guides it into the corner. What a goal.
Well, it was a first-class cross, and the finish was just as good. And for all that Germany at the moment are absolutely thrashing Norway, some of their play has been, from a neutral point of view, great to watch.
Well, we've enjoyed watching them all the way through the campaign, with the exception of last Friday, haven't we? So, you know, it has been a pleasure. They have been absolutely ruthless. And look at the amount of goals that they've scored as well.
Aysani crossing into no man's land over on the far side of the pitch. Well, it's the most number of goals that Norway have conceded in a match in the group. It's not as if they've been leaking like a sieve at the back in the games that they've played up to now. They had conceded 3 against Germany in the reverse fixture.
I think anybody can concede 3 against Germany on any given night. So, I mean, it's just surprising that they only scored 2 against the Czech Republic the other evening, and they were made to really work for it. But
they haven't conceded more than 2 in a match away from home before this evening.
I think this is a special German team, I really do. And anybody that gets the better of them in Russia, and clearly they are going there, won't be far away from winning the World Cup.
Say they'll win the World Cup, won't they, if they beat Germany next year, the way that the current world champions are playing at the moment. Draxler is leading El-Younousi a merry dance. Antonio Rudiger. Ozil. A bit of ball rolling with that goal inside the opening 10 minutes of the game. Germany haven't looked back.
Well, I think if you're Norway, you just want to get into the sanctuary of the dressing room at half-time, just the 4-0 behind. And just enjoy this header again. Crosses, as you're right to say, first class. The header gives the cross the finish that it absolutely deserves. There's a lot of work.
It's a great header,
it's a wonderful header. It really is. He's going backwards a little bit. Gets up well. Knows exactly what he wants to do. Get the right contact. Finds the back of the net. Outstanding.
Well, the bad news for everybody else in world football is that Timo Werner is only 21. So, hopefully, from his point of view, there's plenty more to come from the RB Leipzig player.
Well, it's not exactly an ageing squad, is it? The German squad. to say. When you look at who they've lost recently, Philip Lahm, Miroslav Klose, Lukas Podolski, senior players, but got this batch of young players coming through.
The chase there by Johan Gerberger. Gets it past Hector, not past Rudiger though. And there's Mario Gomez among the substitutes. He was singled out for praise by his manager ahead of this one, as was Draxler. He said Draxler's looked really good in training, and you know, I'm not giving away too many secrets when I tell you he's going to play. And he said, and also Mario Gomez is, you know, he's got such a great instinct in the box, and he's been training very well. So I think maybe Gomez might get an outing at some point.
It looks that way, doesn't it? It's the way that he's limbering up before half-time. I think, given that the game is already won, we may see Mario Gomez get plenty of time on the pitch in the second half.
He's an old man in this squad at 32, Gomez, but he's still scoring goals. 16 goals in the Bundesliga last season. Playing for Wolfsburg these days, back in Germany, of course, having previously been in Italy. Werner's on the ground. He's just getting up though, so he's okay. Kimmich rolling that one in, stepping over it, back from Müller. Oh, and good save by Jahrstein to deny Toni Kroos. Well, that had 5 written all over it.
Didn't it? He took a guess. Jahrstein in the goal, he guessed that that's where Toni Kroos was going to put it, and he guessed right, fortunately for Norway.
Would have been another one for the highlight reel had he put that away. Hector. Inside the last 30 seconds of the opening 45. I don't think we'll have too much added time at the end of this half. Chance for one more opportunity as Draxler sends it into the box. Kimmich lays it down, and Müller tries the shot but finds his route to goal blocked, and it was Johan Gerberger back again helping out.
The centre forward, all hands on deck, and it's had to be.
Well, what a first half from the world champions. A standing ovation all around the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Stuttgart, and no surprise. Good save there by Rune Jahrstein right at the end of the half, but it is Germany who have been first class, nay world class from start to finish, and Norway cannot live with it. At half time, Germany 4, Norway 0.